Well, hello and happy October. Welcome to, for me, what is the busiest month of the year. So this video is not going to be too fancy because unfortunately I just don't have the time to make it fancy. But I would like to update you on some things that are going to be happening this month. For one, there'd usually be a Big Tuesday video this week, but there isn't one ready, so you're getting this instead. So here's what's happening behind the scenes. For one, I have been making something that'll be out sometime in the future. I have a video that I'm currently editing, but I had to put on the back burner last week because other things required my attention. You can guess what those other things are. It's almost like there are a couple of big releases on the horizon. Before I say the following, I wanted to make sure I'm not breaking any rules, and I'm not. But over the last 8 days, I have been playing a certain RPG that will be releasing at the end of this month, and it is eating up all of my time. So yes, there will be content related to said RPG later this month. At the current time, I don't know what that content's going to be. I have an idea of what it's going to be. I have a couple of things written down that it could turn out to be, but it's ultimately going to depend on how much time I have and how quickly I can make certain things. I've written out scripts for a preview and 2 different kinds of reviews, but how many of those are going to get made, I don't really know because they're all going to be incredibly lengthy. Now, the embargo for said RPG releasing at the end of the month lifts on October 15th. That is when you'll see reviews start to come out from written websites and the such. So the morning of October 15th is when you'll start seeing scores and articles and things like that. Now, because what I do is a lot harder and there's a visual aspect to it, what I'm going to make is going to take a lot more time than all of that stuff. I would like to say that there's going to be something going up on October 15th. I don't know yet, but I will certainly try. Now, in addition to RPG releasing at the end of the month, there is also the RPG unofficially releasing in the near future, and that of course is Trails from Zero. If you've been keeping up with Zero, then 10 days ago on September 21st, the Geofront team officially announced that editing had reached 100%. But the game is not out, obviously. There's still revisions happening, and testing for it is starting very soon. Unfortunately, unlike with the other game, anything regarding Zero as of right now is completely out of my hands. But the plan is that I will be in said testing, and will hopefully have the game sometime in the near future. Ideally by the end of the month, but I can't promise that. And the Geofront team can't promise that. I've been fortunate enough to kind of get a peek into how Zero's been progressing for these last couple months, but everything with that project has moving target dates, and there's nothing that's guaranteed. So in other words, you're not going to be playing that game before the big RPG releases at the end of this month. It's just not going to happen. And instead, public release will likely be sometime between then and the end of the year. Now, once testing begins, and I will be lending my help for that, my plan is to actually be managing 2 playthroughs of it at once. So on one hand, I'm going to be doing my duties and actually testing the game, playing it extensively. And 2, I will start making playthrough videos of it, though they will be slow and drawn out. I'm not going to change anything. It's going to be an hour a week, so maybe I would be done making prologue videos by the time everyone else gets to play it. Now, when is that going to start? I don't know. The game isn't in my hands yet. I would love to say before the end of the month, but I can't promise that. Now, beyond the 2 Trails games that are coming out, the other things I've been working on are, of course, the Catherine playthrough, if you've been watching that. We're not done with that yet. We have probably 1 sitting to go, and we'll record that either Thursday or Sunday or something. It'll finish in the next couple of weeks. I wanted to do Castlevania stuff like I always do every October if you've been following me. Unfortunately, there's just no time, so I'd like to make it up and do it either in November or December. And as far as the old things that got kind of dropped and I haven't returned to yet, like those are still planned. It's just I don't have the time right now. 2 Trails games coming out in the span of, a month and a half or whatever takes up a lot of time, as it would turn out, so that has been very hectic. Anyway, that's all I had to say. I need to get back to playing Unnamed RPG that will be releasing at the end of the month, so that you guys have at least one video to watch about it when the time comes. See you guys later.